The Nefix platform supports two types of models. One type of models is concerned with business design and analysis. The other type is concerned with business automation or solution design. It's about executable models, like process models, case models, information entity models, web service models, business rules, etc. What you see on the screen, so-called business model diagram, is it's part of, let's say, business design models. And behind business model diagrams, there are also value delivery model diagrams for the various dimensions in the business model, like capabilities, activities, value propositions, etc. We will show you now how VDML also provides a basis for alignment between the two types of models, business design models versus automation or solution design models. And we will give you a few, we will show you a few places where you can link one to the other. By the way, we also intend, based on the Nefix platform, to support generation of solution or automation models based on the business know-how that is stored in business design models. But that part might not be realized during the project of Nefix itself, but has to be done, let's say, during the exploitation phase after, as you know, the work cannot be completed on that particular aspect. But so far we can show you that all these elements of solution models can be associated to the proper places in business design models. So we go again to a value, let's say to a activity in the business model diagram. We open the underlying diagram again, starting the activity network diagram, and you see here the same activity that we came from in the business model highlighted, manage fulfillment, and you see inputs, business items flowing into it, and it's producing another business item. Let's say what comes in is order. Let's look into that one. We open its properties, and you see that an order is not just text, it's really a structured object here called a sales order, business item sales order. The business item sales order itself is pointing to a business item definition, which is a reusable definition in a business item library that you can also use in other places of your business design. And we now start that business item definition, and here you see that it is a business item definition of the type information. There are also other types like material, resource, whatever. But when it is about information, it's very useful to think about a structured information about the information structure, here called entity. So we can link an entity of sales order. There is none available, but we can create one here, and then we start entity designing in the platform. Let's say we call it sales order. Sales order, and we can create its attributes, like there's already an idea, we can create another attribute which have several types like text or number, etc. So here you can create entities which are an essential part of automatable solutions. We close the screen. We close this screen, we go back. Here you also see that, for instance, an order might be consumed from a store of orders to be processed. For instance, orders come in maybe from a customer, put in a store from which they are taken to be processed further. A store, when it is about a store of orders, you can imagine that in terms of automatable solutions, you want to associate a web service interface to that store, because it might denote actually a database for sales orders in your enterprise applications, or you would like to provide a user interface to the store. So here you can see also tabs like web service interfaces and application interfaces or user interfaces that you can link to stores. other examples, we might start from here, or we might go to another diagram actually. So I close this diagram, go back to the business model diagram. In the business model diagram, we go to capabilities again, and let's just look into this capability. Open the underlying diagram, and we start the capability management diagram again. Here we see that fulfillment management is supported by fulfillment management method. Let's just look into the detailed properties of that method, and you see also here that for a method you can link web service interfaces, and what you also can do, but we are not showing that here, you can specialize a method, for instance, in a process or process collaboration, the VDML representation of a process, or in a case, or particularly an application, because you can also use capabilities, let's say system capabilities. And to these you will be able to link, for instance, a process definition, like a BPMN process definition, or what's also upcoming in Object Management Group, case management, CMMN, case management standard. You can link case models, and to applications you can link application interfaces, user interfaces, etc. Other examples, not showing all details here right now, is, for instance, you can link business rules to conditions, because you can also make some flows in activity flows conditioned. Other examples are, for instance, pools of resources can also be linked to work lists that are used in the runtime notification system to notify task instances to users, etc. When we open this part of the screen here, you see here that the operations, the business operations part of the Netflix platform is not only supporting modeling, but also contains several runtime frameworks that are used to execute and manage executable models. So, for instance, here you see a case instance manager, which is the component who is storing the state of, let's say, running case instances. Or you can see here other examples as well, like an inbox. You know, that's about the main user interface of users that work with the system, in which they see overviews of the work that come to them, that they have to execute the status of the work, etc. And similar thing are about master data management, tools about rules execution, etc.